Ellie. Okay, happy Thursday. I am wearing my Gryffindor tie around my head and my Sirius glasses because they're sort of Harry Potter. I didn't put tape on mine only because through most of the book series he doesn't have tape on his glasses, so I thought I'd simulate that. I have notes here of everything you told me to talk about. I think that in a duel between Gandalf and Dumbledore, they would both be so awesome that they would have to concede in a tie because neither could beat the other, just because they're both just so epic. So that's my thought on that. I definitely think that Dobby would beat Gollum because Dobby is much more logically thinking than Gollum. Gollum is just more like, I'm going to hit you, and Dobby uses his magic, and Dobby is just awesome. Plus I can't think of Dobby losing. Makes me want to cry and cry and cry. I think Ringwraiths are probably scarier in ways than Dementors, but I think they're both absolutely terrifying, truthfully. So I don't know, that's kind of a hard thing to determine just because they're both like two of humanity's greatest fears being like portrayed, and I think that's one of the greatest things about the authors is that they do that so well. My favorite book out of the series of 7 is 5, though I do quite like 4. I quite like 4 because it's before Harry starts getting really arrogant. I feel like starting in 5 and from there on, Harry just becomes like he needs to solve all the problems, and that kind of annoys me because he does have these friends who are willing to help him, and I don't see why he can't just depend on them. But I do know this is a very hard thing for people to do in general. And then 5 I just think has a really good plot line, and I just think all of the characters are so much stronger in 5 than they are in the other books. So that's why I really like 5. My favorite character, and this comes as a surprise to a lot of people, is actually Severus Snape. I think that it's because he shows such a range of emotion and that he goes back and forth and you're never quite sure where he's at. Is he good? Is he not? I feel like he's a character who's hard to figure out, and I like that about him because he's sort of a challenge. Yeah, so in that sense, I really quite like Severus Snape. I think he's really, really good. And then I'm going to take off my glasses and my tie because I want to get serious here for about a minute. I just want to say what an amazing impact Harry Potter has had on my life. So many of my friends have been found through Harry Potter. Me and Cameron Taylor, who you know is one of my best friends in the entire world, became friends because of Harry Potter. And I just think it's such a great inspiration. The reason I wanted to become a writer was because of J.K. Rowling. So I think that Harry Potter not only is an interesting fantasy story, but it's also something that brings people together. It's this great story of the underdog coming through and making friends and just accomplishing more than any one person can hope to accomplish because they work together. So Harry Potter is not only a book for me, but it's also this great legacy and this great community. So I think that's one of the amazing things about Harry Potter is just that it is so much bigger than just a book or a movie. So, yeah. Now I'm going to completely switch gears, and I wish I had like a funny hat to put on so you would know, but I don't. I just want to talk quickly about a video. Sorry, that was my mom shouting. I have to go in just like 30 seconds. A video that I saw in class today off YouTube. It is called Coney 2012, and it's basically a mission, a sending of young people to go out and raise awareness about a thing that's been happening in Uganda for about the past 25 years. Give me a minute! So, basically, children have been abducted from their homes and taken to fight in a war. The video explains it in more in depth, and I need to go now, so I don't have time to go through it. But I think it's just a great video, so I'm going to put the link in the doobly-doo, and you should check that out, Ellie. Yeah, so I really enjoyed the Harry Potter this week. I know that was kind of a hard theme for you, so sorry about that. Bye. I'll see you Tuesday.